Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Ryan's Falcons.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, that offense, a positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
On second down, Freeman. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. He's got Sanu. They'll get 23 yards there. And it'll give the Falcons a 1st down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a 1st down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing the analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the third. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. On 2nd down, Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta 1st down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Ryan, and he fires one incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation, because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2nd and goal to go now. They run, Devontae Freeman. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Play clock winding down. They'll look to run with Freeman. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. That one goes for 24 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. From the gun, it's Bortles. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A Jags first down, Bortles to Robinson. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock running as Bortles hurries to try to get his guys set. On play action, now Bortles. Over the middle, the connection to Hurns. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Bortles now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. His pass caught at the 4. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. A final shot before half for Bortles. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, But it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. So well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now Bortles. It's caught right side. It turns. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Here we go now. Left.
On second down, here's Bortles. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really good pickup at 28 yards. Bortles going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, 51 yards. And the Falcons are in for 6. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Jags. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So out come the Falcons now. And they will line up now for the two-point try. They'll try and run with Freeman. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now Leonard Fournette. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a play fake. Bortles. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now he'll let it, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. They go play action here on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. That's complete to Robinson. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 23. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. The play fake to Ivory. Now Bortles. Forced out. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Adrian Claiborne able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the lead is down to 9. It's 15-6. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And the wideout in motion. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. On second down, here's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. The Falcons on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. And he motions the wide receiver. Now Ryan. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. He tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there, taking it in. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complimentary football?
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Malik Jackson coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Now Ryan on second down. He finds some open field here. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And he's going to be out of of bounds up around the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, 55 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now he'll go deep down the middle. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Completes it to Hearns. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Now it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's Ryan to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
Bortles will keep it. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Lambeau will put this one through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Well, now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so. But this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
He's going to let it fly. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 2nd and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So it's all up to the other Matty Ice, Matt Bryant now. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it's all up to the other Matty Ice, Matt Bryant now. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure packed for the win. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose.